The kind of trust you should have in God should absolutely be your life and some. So much so that it's 6:30 in the morning. It's been a long night, put it that way. But I'm packing my bags right now because I know it's coming. I feel it. He's told me. Others have told me. Prophets have told me. And I no longer have faith. I have a knowing. A knowing. When you get that leap from that to that, that's a major milestone. That's an intimate, personal relationship where you no longer have to call on him. You no longer have to reach out to speak to him or hear him, or he is now there. He is now always. Like, and it's funny because so for so long, right, my nickname growing up was Rain Dog and Rockin' Ramey, right? So for the longest time, I thought it was like my second personality I made up called Rockin' Ramey, or who, you know, I manifested within me, who was not even a voice in my head, but a knowing in my head that I could, you know how you see visions with your mind's eye, that I could hear with my mind's eye, that collectively, consciously, you wouldn't hear in my head. It wouldn't be a thought, but I could feel it, sense it, and have a knowing of it. And I always thought it was just my manifestation of me that, you know, did the things that I really wanted to, but restrained from actually doing because I did it for the betterment of everybody or myself and other people, and, you know, thought it through first. So, but I realized the other day I had an epiphany. It wasn't him that he definitely put me in my spot for thinking that. So that was interesting. That was kind of a nice moment to have. His sense of humor, man. Right. That shit is otherworldly, man. Like, I make myself crack up rolling. I'll be on the ground rolling, not able to breathe, crying. People are like, what the fuck is wrong with him? You know, I don't know. He just started laughing. But him, whoo! Praise him for that, man, because, man, he's a fool for that. Fool for that shit he be saying, or at least to me, and giving me in my head, because I'm like, I remember the first time he made fun of one of the ops, right? These cats were literally stalking me in my dude's garage all night and banging on garage doors and shit, like, and there had to have been at least probably 10 to 15 of them, like, all surrounded the garage, and, like, to the point where, like, I knew better than to go outside. I've made that mistake before, and it put me in a coma for 3-4 days. Metal plates in my face, reconstruction surgery, all that shit. And you know what? I knew better. So I stood in that garage all night with my back against the wall and told them, I said, motherfuckers, if you want me, you gonna have to come in here and take me. Ain't nobody walking out that garage until that sun comes up. And if you coming in here, you better be prepared for it, because I am not going out easy. So you better bring the team. I was like, because it's me and God in here, and that's all we need. So you better bring the team, bruh. They didn't want it. They don't want it. They know what's up. They're not stupid. It really saddens me that we cannot find common enough ground. And I don't even want to say it's common ground. I think it's, I don't know what it is. It's something. I don't know, spite and envious. It's like a mixture of them two making something new, I feel like, because there's something that these lizards and humans hybrids have that does not let them be okay with having enough, more than enough, but getting, a fair share and some. No, they want it all or nothing, because I don't think they realize they've always had the opportunity to come back in another cycle, another life cycle, another age, or another reincarnation and try again. Well, heed my words. This is the last cycle of Earth and mankind. And I tell you, there's a difference between mankind, humans, and civilizations. But that's another. And there will be no more reincarnations of souls on this earth and 3D physical meat bag ass bodies. Okay? And if you're left here and you stay here either in the cloud or in the ground, well, enjoy the fall, motherfuckers, and happy decay. Because you're dissipating. Sorry about your luck, Chuck. Because, man, I got so much to say, and they and my boy XXX Tentacion he goes, I haters gonna hate us for this one. Look, so I've been on a commercial break. Y'all fools thought it was over with. No, God just sat me down on a commercial break and told me I had to work on my spiritual wealth, that I should value my spiritual wealth, because knowledge is true power. Knowledge is true power. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Even the strongest kings and men, even King Solomon and David, all had their transgressions and I don't want to say failures. The only time I really think anything's a failure is if you don't learn your lesson from the attempt. Okay, so all had attempts at being a perfect man or a perfect king, whatever you want to, and having that type of power, that type of even just having that feeling, even just having that knowing of God. Like, I'll say that my mindset changed also from knowing that piece of information, knowing that was not me, that was him in my head, and it definitely changed my mindset. So I can only imagine having that power and the power down here of his power down here on earth, and being, so you have to absolutely be self-aware and question not only your surroundings, but your awareness, yourself, your actions, your thoughts. Question everything, because if you don't, you take shit at face value, and guess what? They are master manipulators. I say it again, they are master manipulators, and they're delusional freaks. Okay? Delusional freaks. So that's a pretty bad combo to be. And right. And they know human psychology, they know our minds, they know how our minds function for the most part. Well, most of it. I think that's probably why they love to hate me, I guess. I don't think my shit works normally. Actually, I know my shit does not work normally. But they know how to, not only do they know, but they know by their knowledge through, psychology and all that, but they also have divination and seers, and they're able to see not only visions, but sections of the past, of the future, of what's coming. But especially if you're chosen, we are very good at switching shit up without letting them know ahead of time, and they hate that shit. They hate that because they can have it all planned out, because once they get their little visions in their nose and this and that, they write a script out. And basically what we're living in is a matrix. Even our minds are basically a quantum computer. So if they write scripts out for what they want to happen, what is going to happen, and are able to manipulate our reality to a point, we think we're doing or seeing something or did something that we didn't do. Like, I remember the one time, they actually got me with it the one time. I will say that. The girl I was just with, Lilith, I guess, if you want to say, and got me with it the one time because I got up out of my room. I was sitting on my bed with her. Next thing I know, I woke up in the hallway, and I don't just black out unless I'm barred out. I don't just black out. I don't. And I woke up in the hallway, like, what the fuck? And pardon my language. Realized I left my wallet, all my everything that I usually carry on me, and I don't get up that. I always keep my keys in my wallet on me. I'm like, how the hell did I just get out here? And I tried to think back about like what I got up to even do, where I was even going. Like, I was just woke up standing in my hallway right outside the room. Like, how am I doing out here? And I started thinking about it, and it was literally, I remembered, it took me a good minute, it took me a good while, actually probably an hour or two, to remember what happened before that happened. And she was definitely high-powered, high-ranking witch, Umbra, leader, ruler, prince, queen, bitch, whatever the fuck you want to call her. But she was elevated. So to be able to do that to me is some pretty powerful shit. They've tricked my eyes, they've tricked my smells, they've tricked my hearing, they've made me believe and feel and think in the moment of it happening a few times, actually a couple times, that something was going on and happening that really wasn't. And mind you, during those times, I'm not somebody who, I'm not a tweaker and all, I think it's really, no, I'm surveying, paying attention. And when I'm paying attention to something, I'm aware of something, I know that that's what happened. And for you to be able to manipulate that for me, while I'm being aware, and while I'm aware of being aware of it, and I'm paying attention to every little detail, so it was an experience, I'll say that, say at least. But anyways, what I was getting this message for, I'm packing my bags. Father, I'm packing my bags. I appreciate you changing my circumstances. I appreciate all the blessings, the love, the knowledge, and the wisdom of the Holy Spirit. I am so appreciative of the discernment to be able to know the difference between good and evil, and know to be able to choose myself and self-love over death. Because shit going on down here in this planet, on this world, is not something that's ever happened before. It's the last cycles have been, all similar in ways but different. But this time around, it got me worked up just thinking about it. So, but I gave plenty more than needed chances and opportunities and direct, hey, this is what it is, this is what I feel and think is going on. Please pardon me if it's really not, but it's what I feel and believe and think. Oh no, that's so she got to the point, I was with her a year and a half, almost 2 years, got to the point where she realized, like, I hate it that you're right all the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. I'm usually 96% of the time I'm right. I'm wrong sometimes, don't get me wrong. But I don't speak on stuff that I don't know or haven't put time in to know. And she goes, I was like, so you're telling me my guts never, ever lied to me, led me wrong, my intuition, my sixth and seventh sense, my spiritual gifts, and, you know, has never lied to me or led me wrong. Anytime that I've not listened to my gut, I've gotten jacked up. Anytime I was like, oh, man, I shouldn't. Why do I need to stay home right now? Like, man, I ain't doing that. I gotta go out. I got shit to do. I'm gonna end up getting pulled over and arrested, or, you know, for warrants that weren't mine, or something. Just, you know. She goes, well, this time it's wrong. This is the one time it is wrong. You know how? Let me just think about that for a minute. So for 33 years, my shit has been on point. But now, this one time with just you, it's lying. Man, I'm like, you are better than that. You are, like, you're doing all this extra shit that's putting you out there that you just don't need to do. And, like, it's killing my vibe. It's killing your image. And I will be the one that when you leave either exposes you. I won't do it personally. The universe will, but. And so I told myself back in October, I'm like, by the end of the month, if I don't get the one or two things that I told her I need from her, which was basically, you know, you don't even need to help me work, you don't need to help me make money, you don't need to help me support us, just don't hinder me, don't work against me, don't. And, you know, I knew it, I felt it. I had to play the fool so deep. It's like being an actor. You have to literally dedicate 110% into it, to where you become that spirit of what you are acting. And so much so that I even still don't remember some things. And so I had the knowing in there, but I wasn't able to comprehend everything that was going on, everything for what it really was, the war and the battles and the battlefield of love and all this, because, like, I am a loving person. I am a trusting person. I get satisfaction out of, you know, giving more love and loving people more than I do myself, because it makes me feel selfish and like a bad, not a bad person, but a ugly or repulsive energy to put myself before others. You know what I mean? Like, not even before, but above. You know, and so I've not done that my whole life, and this was God using her to help me learn about and, you know, choose self-love over most everything else, I feel like. And boundaries was definitely something, and unconditional love, because a lot of the things that were happening and going on, and, you know, stuff that was in my head and stuff that wasn't in my head, stuff that was smacking me in the face and showing up, and would be, you know, I'd find in the bathroom or in the kitchen, or just, it's not like I'm looking for it. I got to the point where, like, I'm done. I'm not even, like, after the last one, I'm like, the next girl I'm with, like, I'm not gonna be with you if I can't put my full trust in you. I'm not gonna go out searching or try to believe, or because of something, like, something has to really have hard cold fact for me to lose trust in you or start looking for shit. And even when it did, I didn't even start looking for it, and it started smacking me in the face. That is God saying, hey boy, You better not. This is not your soulmate. This is not your true wife. You know, this is a lesson. And I feel for them, I do, but they've made their own beds. They've made their own beds. They are not like us. They will not be like us. They are cold-blooded, underground living, shape-shifting lizard, draconian, selfish, greedy fox, if you want the definition of it. And then now they've mated with mankind and created humans, which are hybrids. And now we have to figure out who is worthy of well, we don't, Oracle does, has to figure out who's worthy of flying high and, you know, defying gravity, I guess, to say it simply, because I'm not staying here. Look, we ain't got too many more years left here on this earth. This shit's about to end, and me and our people and people of Israel, we are not staying here. Keep my words on that. We are not staying here. And if you're worthy and Oracle gives you a ticket, I'll gladly hand it over to you. But, and it's, you know, you ain't gotta do a whole lot to be worthy. You just gotta be grateful, be appreciative, have gratitude, and just be caring. You ain't gotta be, you know, Bible thumping every day, and, you know, I haven't been to church in probably since summer. You know what I mean? I go here and there, absolutely, and I want to start going more. I do need to start going more, but I pray every day. I read the Bible most every day, and I've never ever not had my faith and love and knowing in God, ever. Even the times I never felt him there or didn't feel him there and I thought he left me. But, you know, he's the one soul, the one being, the one energy that has been there through everything. Not just when he was convenient for them, or, you know, he had a chick to go hang out with. Like, and I'll forever be in his gratitude, have gratitude for him for that, because that means more than anything to me, to be honest with you. I appreciate loyalty and respect and consideration over how much money you got, how much power and respect and, you know, flair, all that shit, man. It don't mean nothing. Like, which is exactly why I've spent the last 13 years attaining knowledge for wisdom and discernment for clarity, so that when my time hit, I was able to handle what was coming for me. Because had I did what I was doing out of college and out of high school and stayed with it, had my angel of a mother not intervened, or she not gotten cancer, I would be one of them, probably, with money mindset and the love for money over everything, which is evil. The money's not evil. Money is not evil. Money is a beautiful thing. It really is. But the love of money is evil. That is sin. That is what's killing people. And I'd be that had everything went the way it did. So bless my mother for that. And bless the Lord, because, you know, I was both of them. But and I held a not a grudge or a resentment or anything of like that nature, but What was it? Damn, I said it earlier too, and I can't remember now what the frig I said. It was something light, but I didn't know I really held it there for a while towards my mother about coming and get me from where I was in my life and what I was doing in my life and where I was going with my life, and basically telling me, hey, pack your bags, kid, I am taking your ass home. Like, not really giving me a choice. And I was, 20, 21, 22. I had my own choice in the say in the matter, but I knew the way she said, I knew the way my mom said that when she drove 6 hours, rented a truck and drove 6 hours across 2 states to come and get me, that she was not leaving that house without me. So I guess I didn't really have a choice, but I'm glad that she did, because after asking God for, a month or so, like, man, like, why am I mean, I guess I get it, because, if not, I wouldn't have been able to go be there for her, what I was, her going through cancer, and that shit is wicked, man. That I don't wish that upon anybody, and I'm sorry for anybody that's dealing with that. Look, these doctors are corrupt. Most of these doctors don't give a flying beep about their oath they took or signed to become a doctor. They care about money, okay? They're the reason that she got what she got, and it wasn't anything small or light. It was, and by God's grace, is the only reason she is still alive. I'll say that to this day, and that everything's been changed since, honestly. So yeah, praise God, because that man, that energy, that being, that Almighty is by far the most high and the most powerful, and He is the one with the true power and final say in the matter. And I don't see why anybody would not cherish and worship and appreciate and worship that. Why would I? That'd be like worshiping myself. Why? Like, I didn't make me. Why? I didn't worship my parents before myself, right? Like, I don't know. I'm me. I'm worshiping me. I'm the biggest, baddest man out here. I just might be though. I'm just playing, but anyways, yeah. So I need to also know what y'all use for editing, because these editing things are a lot, and I have a problem with perfection. So trying to edit my videos and learn as a newbie and a greenhorn with this shit is driving me nuts. So a couple good ones would be appreciated. But also, congratulations to my dude Kendrick for winning the Grammy of the Music of the Year, because that man deserves that. I will say that. I didn't even watch the Grammys, but I seen that on Facebook. I was pumped. That had me going for sure. Like, to see somebody who finally does, somebody real get a win. Yeah, boy, we out here. It's 2025. Shit is changing. It's our time. Let's go.